next.
I think in 2021, men are basically stuck in a bit of a double entendre. On the one hand, we're saying vulnerability is sexy. You know, I want an emotionally available man. I want a man who's in touch with his feelings. And on the other hand, we have parented, socialized men to be the least capable of being emotionally vulnerable, emotionally available, and in touch with their feelings. See, in 2021, I would say most women, by and large, are at least verbalizing that they're wanting a more modernized, progressive man, right? A man who's in touch with his feelings. You know, they're kind of trying to do away with traditional values. He doesn't have to be the only breadwinner. And I think that that's valuable, especially if that's what you want in your relationship. However, I think a lot of us women are holding on to some traditional values that we don't even realize explicitly are connected to that.
Bring it.
But are causing
Say it.
a lot of harm and imbalance in our relationships.
Say it.
I think one of the biggest things that we expect of men still is that they're basically the emotional bedrock of the relationship. And
Say
to
it.
be honest,
Bring it.
I'm just as guilty as this as anyone else.
Yeah, so what she's about to say, which is fucking smart as hell. So she's about to say, we expect men to be vulnerable, but at the same time, in a dating dynamic, we also expect men to be the emotional rock that doesn't get bothered. And if, you know, something's going on with her, if something's going wrong with her where she needs to vent or she's feeling negatively, the man always just has to be that strong emotional bedrock, which is true. And am I becoming an alpha red pill? No, but I mean, I like to see on both sides of this picture, and what she's saying is definitely true.
3 years into my marriage before I even realized that I was doing this. When it came to emotions,
I love all of her different camera angles.
Game to hear my husband's emotions. I was comfortable with him being vulnerable and crying. All those things were good to me, unless I had big emotions in that acute moment. I guess I fundamentally assumed that my emotions were bigger, they were more important, and they were essentially needed to be addressed.
Yes. So I'm not saying like this is how all people are, but I'm saying kind of like basic mainstream people, they do expect the man to be more emotionally stable, the bedrock, and women's emotions to be taken more seriously. Now, obviously, that's not across the board. It's not, you know, I'm not coming out like fucking stupid Myron Gaines, fresh and fit, and going, women want attention, men want sex. Like, he's so fucking retarded. But yes, there is still fragments of old conservative dating dynamics. For instance, I remember like having this blog called Beautiful Army. Actually, let me pull it up. Let me see if I still have it on the internet. Hold on one second. Beautiful.army. Did I get rid of that? Oh, wait, hold on. Army.tumblr.com? I think it was a Tumblr site. Let me see. Anyway, I can't find it right now. But anyway, I would go around interviewing random women on the street and asking them about feminism and about maybe times where they felt oppressed. And I remember there was one specific group of women that I was talking to, and for an hour we chatted about how being a feminist is so important and how you know, everything needs to be equal. And then I said, so would you prefer men to approach you and take the lead and start, you know, and basically court you, or do you want to be the one to approach men and court men? And they go, oh, no, I want men to do that for me. And basically all that is the fragments of conservative relationship dynamics that movies, Disney, TV, music is still pushing onto our culture, and doing it so it's basically saturating the culture so much that so many people can't even recognize when it's happening to them, so much so that in one sentence they'll say, no, I want everything equal. And then the next sentence they'll say, well, I also want, the guy to pay, and I want to just motion for my wallet and then have the man really pay. And if he really is okay with me splitting on the first date, then he's a fuckface. So that's my red pill. That's my red pill talk for the night. I came out as Myron Gaines for a second. But anyway, let's keep hearing her talk.
First, before his. Now, to be clear, it wasn't this like deeply pernicious thing, and it wasn't even a conscious thought that I had of being like, my feelings matter more. It was an implicit bias that I had.
Yes.
Demonstrated.
It's not like she's thinking about this. Like it's saturated in our culture.
By no means think that I'm a terrible wife across the board, but that was an area that I had to look at and be like, this kind of sucks for him. And then, like I said in my last video, we basically have these emotional stoicism expectations from a traditional value on men. And yet when we parent and raise boys, we do not teach them proper regulation because, like I said, oftentimes boys externalize their emotional distress. They get loud, they stomp their feet, they maybe throw things, they carry on. And so oftentimes they are sent to the room, which communicates to the child, your emotions are your own.
This woman's, is she like a psychologist? She's a genius.
Those are just my thoughts and opinions. Obviously,
it's so incredibly right. So boys aren't taught to cry. They're said, be a man, be a big boy, don't cry. And so what happens is instead they scream and yell and fight. And as they grow up, that continues. They're not allowed to cry. They're not allowed to be vulnerable. They're not allowed to talk about their insecurities in just a normal way. They're not allowed to vent emotionally about how bad their day was. Where that's something that's expected and okay for women. But again, I don't think this is a conscious thing that people are thinking about. I think it's just so embedded into our culture that it's slow to go away. Anyway, let's go to the next video before I turn into a red pill fuckface.
Could be wrong or right. You should tell me what you think about it. I'd be curious to know.
Okay.
No, we ain't giving no hold. I ain't Romeo and I'll hold. Making a party, chocolate Barbie, waiting on me for.
Okay, the reason why I love this TikTok is because there are so many people that talk about sex on the first date and how it's not good because that just shows that he's using you and that he'll see you as a slut. He'll see you as a slut if he is a conservative fuckface that doesn't believe in equality. In reality, if two people have sex on the first date, which isn't necessary, it's not something that has to happen, but it also isn't something that should never happen. Just take it as it comes. If you have sex on the first date and it's amazing and you guys have an amazing time together, that person is going to want to see you again. The only time they would go, oh, she was easy, I move on, is when he doesn't actually think you'd be good for a relationship anyway. Or he's a conservative fuckface that wants power and not a relationship. Okay. You see what I'm saying here?
Josh, bro, come on. Let's do some critical thinking together. What makes you think a woman needs a man anymore, huh? They don't need us to open a bank account. They don't need us to own property. They don't need us to vote. They make up a majority of post-secondary education students. They make up a majority of future physicians that are in school to become one. So why would a woman need us? Key answer here, they don't anymore. The reason women were with men this whole time isn't because we were so great and awesome and they loved us and we were so awesome. No, women would stick with men and get beaten senseless every night because they made lasagna instead of tuna fucking casserole and they'd stick with them because they had no other option. Now, if you want to get into a long-term relationship, it's not going to be because women need us, bro. It's going to be because they want us. And for that, we're not
Yes.
going to need to be able to be nice. We're not going to be able to need to be good. We're not going to be able to be a provider. We're going to need to have extreme integrity. We're going to need to have great opinions. We're going to need to actually like women and not just like their bodies. And we're going to need to be likable.
Drop it,
Very
boy.
fucking rare.
Say the truth, boy. Say the truth to me, and I want to hear it. I want to hear it good, and I want to hear it hard.
Stress for your life. Breakup edition.
How big is my face
I don't
right
think
now?
we should see each other anymore.
Oh, that's okay.
What?
No, it's fine. No problem. I'll meet somebody else.
Really?
Sure. See, things always even out for me. It's fine. Anyway, it's been really nice dating you for a while. And, good luck.
That's an emotionally healthy person. Or, I mean, in his case, I mean, he's seen as like a sociopath or something like that. But it's kind of like an exaggerated version of how a breakup actually should happen.
So this girl DMs me and asked me if I can DM her boyfriend, and she sent me his and I said, yes, girl, I got you. Like, once he accepts my request, I'll DM him. So once he accepted, I DM'd him and I said, hey, and he said, what's up? I said, I don't normally DM guys, but you're so cute. He said, LOL, how would you even know what I look like? So then I looked at his tagged pictures, and there was one video that I found with him in it. So I said, honestly, I was stalking a bunch of people and noticed you tagged in a video. And he said, oh, okay, thank you, though. And then I said, where are you from?
What
And
up,
he
catty
said,
cat?
Florida, what about you? And I said, oh, me too, like what part? He said, Palm Beach, and I said, I'm from Tampa, but I stay in Melbourne for school, which isn't a far drive from him. And then he said, okay, haha. And then I said, I drive to come see you. And he was like, what? You're crazy. You don't even know me. And I was like, well, I'm trying to get to know you. And he said, I got a little mama already. And I was like, oh, for real? And then he switched the subject back to the picture or the video. And I said that your brother posted it. And he was like, oh, yeah, that's my brother. I ain't that cute. You know, fishing for some compliments. And I was like, don't downplay yourself. You are cute. And he was like, you got FaceTime? I said, yeah, I do. But I'm at the gym right now. And he was like, do you know my girlfriend? And I said, your girlfriend, you don't have her posted or nothing. Then he said, yeah, I know. I ain't entertaining this because she's the type to tell other people to text me and try and flirt, so I don't really know what to make of this. I said, she's that insecure. I couldn't put up with that. He said, that's what they all say. I said, all right, well, when you're not with her, hit me up. And he said, what's your number? So I sent him my number.
Oh!
So then he texts me and says, hey. I said, hey back. He said, LOL, I know my girl set you up to texting me. Never mind, just being paranoid. What time you get out of your gym? I was like, yeah, paranoid as heck. It's okay. I remember being in a relationship like that, probably around 8.
Wow.
He said, so how do you know
This is
my
so
brother?
funny.
I said, I don't know your brother, but I ended up looking at a ton of people's pages and ended up clicking on his, which led me to yours. So then he said, gotcha. I said, so what's up? You gonna let me come see you? He said, actually, you know what? F it. What you trying to do? I said, you know what I'm trying to do. He said, when you trying to link? And I said, you free this weekend? And he said, yeah. Send me a little something so I know you actually with it, though.
I love when people talk cool, right? Who actually goes, when you trying to link? How fucking cheesy is that type of talk? Yo, when you trying to link, what you trying to do?
And I left him on red. I was not going anymore.
Damn, boy.
This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. This is bullshit. This is a work of art. But this is bullshit.
All right, I'm gonna go over these again, and I'm gonna tell you if I agree or not agree.
This is a work of art. This is bullshit.
Either are fine. Don't be overly picky. Let's hang some time is great to say, God dang it. Come on. First of all, she's pointing at things and she's never asked somebody fucking out in her life.
This is a work of art. This is bullshit.
Fine. You're allowed to say, hey, what's up? It's nice to ask, like, be specific, but guess what? The reason why guys aren't instantly specific is because they usually get shut down. So they work towards hanging out with you.
This is bullshit.
Wow, I'm on my red pill shit tonight.
This is a work of art.
I had a lot of fun. Text me when you get home.
Art. But this is bullshit.
That is bullshit. Okay, so that's the one I truly agree with. I mean, you don't not text somebody after a date. Even after you hang out with a friend, you should say, it was fun hanging out with you. I text me when you get home. So I agree with one of those things. The rest, come on, you're asking too much, okay?
Okay, the weird thing about dating apps to me is like people just meet like random people and then they date. But like, hear me out.
I think this is like, the reason I picked this one is because like I think about this shit. Like, it's literally just strangers. It's literally like if like I went up to somebody walking down the street and was like, want to go on a date right now? And they were like, yeah, let's like see if we have potential for a relationship and possibly even have sex tonight. Like, it's just so funny how it's literally just strangers.
Like, I have a friend that like 2 years ago just like saw this guy on Tinder or something, and then they like went on a date, and now they've been dating for 2 years. But he's just a random man, just like a random man. Like, they had no connection, they did not know each other. Now that is just a random man that now they are in a relationship for 2 years, and it's like, but that's just a random guy. Like, that's not like some, no.
Yes. So, yeah.
You get it?
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
I don't know, it freaks me out.
Yes, I agree with him.
Temporarily or permanently given up on dating? I would love to hear why.
Growing up, the expectation was meet someone in high school or college, fall in love, get married, settle down. Yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, left with some bad experiences and entered the adult world single and, let's just say I had a few things to work through. Anxiety, depression, childhood and religious trauma, to name a few. Then after processing enough of that and finding a career, I end up in a dating world that's, well, approaching women in public is problematic. Asking out friends is a cringy meme. Dating coworkers isn't appropriate. And dating apps for like 80% of straight men are basically a waste of time. So not dating for years and then banging my head
again. Dude, you're way like, shut up. Dating coworkers is inappropriate. Dating blah, blah. Come on. Stop being a fucking baby. Hold on one second.
And that crap, it's hard not to give up. Maybe if I was in a better place in my 20s, I would have found someone, but now in my 30s, doesn't mean I don't want a relationship, but whether it's who I am, how I grew up, what choices I've made, or society, I just don't see a reasonable path to finding the kind of trusting, committed relationship that I'm looking for. So instead of spending tons of energy on something that probably won't happen, I'm trying to find happiness without it.
Oh, this is such cheesy shit. He's trying to just gain, like, sympathy on TikTok. Wait, I just want to go through it again. Hold on one second. I just want to go through it again because I don't like him. I don't like when people do these things. Let me watch.
Temporarily or permanently given up on dating? I would love to hear why.
Growing up, the expectation was meet someone in high school or college, fall in love, get married, settle down. Yeah, that didn't happen. Instead, left with some bad experiences and entered the adult world single and, let's just say I had a few things to work through. Anxiety, depression, childhood and religious trauma.
Okay, I mean, most people have that. You're not the only one.
To name a few. Then after processing enough of that and finding a career, I end up in a dating world that...
Wait, so you couldn't get a career until you processed your emotion? I mean, was it something incredibly traumatic where you couldn't even get a job? I mean, that's pretty rare, right? I mean, let me know in the chat.
It's, well, approaching women in public is problematic. Asking out friends is a cringy meme.
Approaching women in public is problematic. Why? Why is it problematic? Tell me. Are you going to rape them? Are you going to assault them? Are you going to kill them? Why is it problematic to approach somebody in... Why? Explain it to me. Break it down. I want to know. Let's talk about it. I mean, you kind of have like an 80s rapist haircut. I get it, I guess. But dude, talk to strangers. Women want to be approached. Women want to meet great people. I mean, aside from the haircut, you look like a great guy. Why not approach somebody in public? Why? Zartho in the live chat says now, I've done cold approaches, but it's 50-50 with numbers. That's fucking great odds. Zartho, that's better odds than 99% of people. That means that if you go up to 2 people, you get a phone number from one of them. That's insane how good those odds are. Why not do it? It's just fun meeting people. Do you need to be validated and get a phone number from everyone? And Zartho, I'm not picking you out. I'm just getting on my passionate soapbox right now. Okay.
Dating coworkers isn't appropriate.
Why? Why is dating Yeah, it's inappropriate. The boss, HR says not to. Listen, make fucking great friends with your coworkers. Build relationships with them. There's going to be one person that you're attracted to and is attracted to you back. You don't have to like corner them in the office at night after everyone's left. Make friends with everyone. Build the relationships. Get to know them. If a woman likes you, they will let you know. They're not going to come out straight and just go, I like you, I want to be in a relationship with you, but you'll know. I don't know why you're holding back from that.
And dating apps for like 80% of straight men are basically a waste of time.
Okay, I acknowledge that dating apps are frustrating. It is the least efficient way to meet people and get into relationships, whatever. But you just have to, dude, just get a better haircut. Just please get a better haircut. Like all of your problems will go away if you just get a haircut. Just take really good pictures. We all know it's competitive. Dating is competitive. That's great. Fine. The world is competitive. Having a business is competitive. Getting a good job is competitive. Everything's competitive. Just do it. Just do it, man. Ugh.
So not dating for years and then banging my head against that crap, it's hard not to give up. Maybe if I was in a better place in my 20s, I would have found someone, but now in my 30s,
What? Now in his 30s? I'm fucking 37. He looks like he's 30. He looks like he just turned 30. Now in my 30s? Fuck it, actually. You know, honestly, the first 1/5 of my life, I didn't really date. So the next 4/5 of my life, just fuck it. I'm just not going to date anymore. The 4/5 of my life that I left, fuck it. I'm just not going to do it. You know why? Because the first 1/5 of my life, I didn't date. And so now I choose to continue that.
Doesn't mean I don't want a relationship, but whether it's who I am, how I grew up, what choices I've made, or society, I just don't see a reasonable path to finding the kind of trusting, committed relationship that I'm looking for.
Learn to settle. Okay, do that. Settle. Whatever. Shut up. Just find somebody nice. Find somebody really nice, sweet, fun, and that you're attracted to. What? Did you want to marry Vanna White? I don't know why that popped into my head.
Looking for. So instead of spending tons of energy on something.
Kat says, I always like to be approached as long as as the people person has good intentions. Daniela says, no, if I'm at the bar, I like being approached. Oh, my mouse battery is very low. Watch that die. Maran.
Something that probably won't happen. Trying to find happiness without it.
And Saki avoids all questions from the press.
Saki is a Greek name.
So you don't get the fucking joke?
I think I put in the wrong TikTok. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm actually going to charge this mouse because it's on 2%, and that would really suck if it died. And I'm just going to hit play and then just react live and then hope everything works out. Let's just hope that happens. Okay, play.
White people calling other white people
we
racist.
Can't watch this one. This is not. This is not a dating TikTok.
If that was an actual option, it'd be nice, but most of my friends have been married for years and have very few single friends. And even if I was okay with coworkers, I work in a very male-dominated industry, which is thankfully changing, but it's kind of too late for my generation. So, oh, and it's been remote for the last 2 years anyway, so there's that too.
Can I help you with that? That guy frustrates the fucking hell out of me. Okay, I don't want to be mean, but that is the type of person that deserves to not be in a relationship. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you gotta try. You gotta try hard. That's like me going, because listen, I'm 180. I should be about 140, 145 in terms of weight, right? And not that it's a big deal, right? I'm healthy, but I really, really want to get down to like a weight that feels comfortable for me. Because I run a lot, I exercise a lot, and I feel the fat on me as I jiggle, right? So I'm 40 pounds overweight. I'm technically obese, okay? And so when I run, it's uncomfortable. Like I literally feel the fat just, and I want to be able to really exercise in a way that's really fun for me. I want to be able to look at myself in the mirror and be like, that's dope. That's dope. I have been trying to lose weight for the past 5 years, and I have not been able to do it. I keep going back up to 200 pounds, which is like literally 60 pounds overweight for me. I just started really losing weight really well as soon as the new year started. Okay. What if I went midway through these past 2.5 years and went, like my metabolism is low now that I'm in my late 30s. Exercising is like really, really hard. And honestly, it's COVID. So like wearing a mask in the gym is just not good for me. And I don't want to risk it. And like, it's so hard when I'm marketed everywhere, all of these like unhealthy, fatty foods. And honestly, like eating healthy is expensive and I don't have that much money. And so like, I think I just might settle at like 190, I think maybe I'll be able to get to, but I really don't expect to get further. Like, I'm not here to rub your back and to tell you it's okay. Dating's competitive. Everybody wants to meet somebody great. It's hard for everybody. Even the people that you don't think it's hard for, even the people that you're like, oh God, these people haven't made, they're so attractive. It's hard for them and they get frustrated. Everybody is frustrated with dating. You just like complaining. Dating's not supposed to be extremely easy where you just swipe once on Tinder and then your soulmate's there and then you're good. Yes, you could create systems to make it much more easy. I mean, that's what I teach. And enjoyable. But like, he just throws all of these weak excuses and he hopes that like as he stacks weak excuse after weak excuse, it like could feel like a strong excuse, but it's just bullshit. And it's sickening to watch, really. Listen, everyone has dealt with emotional problems. And I'm sorry, it sounds like maybe your emotional trauma goes further than everyone else in the world because you said that you couldn't get a job until you were emotionally okay. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Anyway, let's go on to the next thing.
Are you sure? Absolutely. My lady is in distress, and I'm here to rescue her.
They say chivalry's dead, but I think you're making a pretty strong case for its revival.
Well, I'm always ready to help a beautiful lady. I help the ugly ones as well, but I'd definitely say you're in the form. Where am I taking this?
Well, it's only a few streets away. I'm moving in with my boyfriend.
They look heavy. Let me take these to your table.
Thank you, handsome.
Thank
the
you,
gym is for my
handsome.
sister Ruth.
Okay.
This one is for Stacey.
Hello.
And if you could hand this one to my boyfriend.
Fuck you. Hello there, beautiful.
Oh, hello.
Yourself.
I guess I needed a shorter lead. Oh,
yeah?
thank you so much. You're such a gentleman.
Well, it has been said that I'm a gentleman, but never a gentleman. Can I accompany
That's
you
such
on your
a
journey?
that's such an alpha
I've gotta
thing
get
to
stuff
say,
back to my
red pill thing to say.
boyfriend and
Fuck you.
He kicked another dog for no reason. It has been said that I'm a
Don't even
gentleman,
bother
but
like
not a
messaging me if you're
gentleman.
not like a beta male. Like I really want to be worshipped and paraded around like a trophy.
Yes.
Also, don't even bother if you don't have a trust fund or a house in the Hamptons. Okay, so
I'm not even embarrassed. I would say that again.
She just knows what she wants. Who gives a shit? And who knows? Maybe she'll lower her standards when she realizes that's not coming to her.
Because when you're young, you genuinely believe that that face that you have is yours for life.
Oh,
You know,
I love this woman, Fran Lebowitz, and she's so fucking on. Like, it blows my mind when I watch this. I'm like, holy shit.
you just can't imagine what will happen to you. And the things that happen to you as you age are so mortifying and so shocking. You're so surprised to see that these things are happening to your body, these things that you associate with your parents, that you think that, I guess what you think when you're young, as you walk around the streets is that those old people chose those bodies. What? You were a smart shopper, right? You chose a 25-year-old body. They chose a 45-year-old body. And I think that that's kind of the unconscious idea that we have when we're young.
She's the best person in the entire world. Oh, I wish I was cool enough for her to like want to make friends with me. I just want to hear her have her sharp, acerbic wit all day long. She has a great like a mini series on Netflix. You guys should check it out. And it's just literally her talking and saying more stuff like this. The fuck? That was creepy. I just love her. But seriously, it's true. Like, I haven't hit that part yet where like I start looking like my parents. But at the same time, I feel like if I was like 18 years old and I saw me now, I would probably be like, oh yeah, you kind of look like a parent. But I'm not at the point where 37-year-old me thinks that. But when I hit like 50, I'm going to definitely be like, whoa, dude, this is getting crazy. I didn't know that like this just happens to me. I thought old people were old people. They just are old. They were never young and this happened to them. I thought they were just old. All right. God, I love her.
The reason I get so much like top tier pussy is because of how I've set my life.
Dude, this guy literally just pays for women to have sex with him. That's literally all he does.
There's a really good book by Kristen Godsey called Why Women Have Better Sex Under Socialism. And in this book, she argues that pickup artists see the dating market like an actual capitalist market. A pickup artist named Roosh V actually had a book explaining the dating market like this. The idea is there's a limited supply of girls and a limited demand for you as a guy. And you can increase the demand to be with you basically by making more money or doing whatever weird stuff these pickup artists talk about. And Dan Bilzerian in this video said, I can get a lot of girls because I have a lot of money. He said he goes to parties with lots of girls but not a lot of guys, so the supply is high. How about you just look at women as human beings, you weirdos?
Yes. 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 Like, listen, of course there are variables that will help improve your chances, but the way that red pill, dating coach, pickup artist type people see dating is wrong. It's literally just wrong. It's not even, oh, in a capitalistic society, this is how it operates. No, they're literally just wrong. How much money you have doesn't have to do with how many women you're with. It just doesn't. Dan Bilzerian pays for sex. He pays for women to be around him. He's lying to you when he says that he's not. He's paying for women. And if you have my audiobook, Iconic, which I'm going to turn into a Skillshare class, even though I'm mad at Skillshare right now, you'll know that people are not attracted to money. They can't be attracted to money because money is just fucking smelly paper. What people are attracted to is a sense of purpose, somebody that is accomplishing things in their life that they want to accomplish. They're giving value to the world. Money is a rough barometer for how purposeful you are, how much you're accomplishing your purpose. That's attractive in people. That's attractive in women, non-binary people, men. All people, across the board. Purpose is attractive. The more purposeful you are, the more attractive you are. But idiot fucking red pillars that are, they oh my God, I don't even think they know how to wipe themselves. It's money they like. I don't know who these women are that love money. I don't meet women like that. I never, ever have met women like that have cared about how much money I have. Never fucking ever. Ever. Ever.
It's like they really do see life like a capitalist market, and then they're just trying to increase the demand for themselves. And that cannot be a fun way to live or look at the world.
I love how he looks high and he's like, I just realized this, man, and I am just going to go off on TikTok right now.
So predatory. These guys are so creepy.
Yeah, I like that guy.
What happens to a lot of guys is they get into...
So this podcast is going viral on TikTok for just being, 18-year-old mustache red pill podcast. And it is quite polarizing, and that's why it's going viral on TikTok.
Relationships where they are high value, they're strong, they're in a good position, but they become weak. Death by 1,000.
Why does he have a bullet on his necklace? Is it in case he needs to shoot somebody?
Paper cuts to the woman in the relationship. She becomes the masculine one. All of a sudden the man's not attractive to her anymore. She leaves him, and then the guy feels cheated because he's like, fuck. She said she wanted me to talk to her more.
I'm like, did this happen in his relationship? Because where is he getting this story? When he goes, the woman, the man. He's literally fucking 16 years old. That mustache, he probably pushed so fucking hard to get it to come out. Where is this coming from? Did this happen to him? This probably happened to him. And then he goes, that's how all women are.
She said she wanted me to be emotional, tell her these problems, spend more time with her. But then when you do that, you become a woman. And women don't want to date women unless they're lesbians.
Oh, he was really funny right there. That was fucking good, dude. How is he so quick-witted? It's insane, actually. That's why he's big on TikTok.
Shout out to all the lesbian queens listening.
Not one lesbian is listening to you.
I love women, but I love men. I'm excited by women, but when men are in the room, I'm nervous.
So yeah, cool. I mean, everybody has a spectrum, right? Yeah. Next video, please.
Okay, so Joe, I woke up this morning and I put on my socks. And you might think, well, putting on your socks
All
is
right,
a relative.
I'm going to go get my mouse because I don't think this is a dating one. Did I have to wet my hair? You see, every day we realize that I need a producer. Let's go to the next video.
Because when you're young, you generally believe that face.
The reason I get so
Wait, what
much
happened?
top tier pussy.
What happens to a lot of guys is they get...
We already saw these, right?
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, serious question. What do straight men think that
women are into.
I already could see where this is going.
Because, like, every time I, like, call out someone for being misogynistic or posting something, whatever, their first inclination is to be like, well, you look feminine. I bet you don't get anyone.
But that's young men that have zero experience with women or very little experience with women, or likely just middle school, high school experience, where there tends to be more of those traditional dating dynamics just because they watch movies and movies push those dating dynamics. And also they see all of these, dating coaches with big muscles and, hey, talk like this and all that stuff. But they literally don't see real life examples. I was very fortunate growing up. This is why I could see through the bullshit so easily. Because growing up, all of my friends that were cool were really good with people and good with women. And so I knew what it looked like to be good with women. I wasn't good with women, but I could see what it looked like. And so on the internet, whenever like these idiot dating coaches popped up and they would give advice or whatever, I would instantly go, that's wrong. Wait a second. That's completely wrong. And then there would be times where pickup artists would like show videos of themselves meeting women in real life, like approaching them on the street and stuff. And I would look at that and I go, that's wrong. Like he would get a number and I would be like, she's not going to call you. You just forced her to give her your number and her number, and she felt uncomfortable and she needed you to leave. Like it was just so overwhelmingly obvious to me. But if I wasn't as fortunate, I would have watched those videos that would pop up on my screen and go, wow, that's really cool. Because I would have no idea otherwise.
I'm like
it's so blatantly obvious that this guy is good with women and is attractive to women.
Do they not get it? I'm honest to God confused.
Me too. But I mean, it's good marketing for grifters to push this whole like masculine feminine dynamic thing.
Be a man, like
a man. Hold on. You want a man of the Bible, so that's a traditional man, correct?
Yeah.
But modern day women aren't traditional themselves. Why should he be traditional? No, because if we're gonna put the standard on men that you want them to pay bills and be masculine and protect you, whatever, let's go all the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So none of you are virgins, okay? How many of you are good cooks and have a recipe book or whatever it may be?
This is tremendous.
Who knows this guy? This is my dude.
Like, I know that Myron didn't mean to ironically destroy his own argument, but that's exactly what he's done. Look, in the beginning of that video, the
Thank you,
said,
Daniela.
we want a man of the Bible. We want a man who's traditional. And Myron makes the point that if you want a traditional man, you better be prepared to be abused and misused and gaslit. That's the
God, his
fucking
takes are so
problem in the
fucking
first
strong,
place.
it's insane.
Because when you say, I want a traditional man, I want a man who adheres to rigid gender norms, you get a guy like Myron Gaines. And you can see that the women in that video have this moment where they're like, oh shit, when I ask for all of the things that I'm asking for, this is the motherfucker that I get. Like, I guarantee you all the women came away from that conversation being like, I want a less traditional man. I don't want that shit in my life.
He's
not even
so
a little
funny.
bit. Like,
I love him so much. Wow. He's just, he's got the fucking best takes. It's like so good.
dude, look at this shit right here.
Because whether women want to accept it or not, the reason why men were traditional and chivalrous was because women were virgins, they're polite, they're feminine, they're submissive, and when you got a wife, she was a wife, not a boss babe, not a boss bitch, none of this stupidity that's...
This man's actually out here unironically saying, we're only polite to you if you're a virgin. What? Like, this is the problem with dudes like Myron Gaines. They dehumanize women every single day by calling them assets. by lauding over a woman's virginity as if it's a prize to be won. You know why I think men like Myron Gaines want to date virgins? It's probably because they can't handle dating a woman who knows what good sex feels like. Because when you spend your entire life journey treating women as less than human, you forget that they are human and have needs and desires that you definitely cannot fulfill.
Yes, which is why it's so funny that like Myron's biggest quote is, "Women want time and attention, men want sex," and it's like, I don't. Okay, Myron.
You're so fucking insecure about it that you can't even handle dating a woman who would dare to stand up to your preconceived notions of what it means to be a good lover. And like, if it was just him sitting alone in his basement grumbling this shit to himself, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. You're allowed to have whatever preferences you want, no matter how antiquated. He's out here giving advice to young men.
Yeah, but the problem is like Myron is a very conservative Muslim. He's a very conservative Muslim. So he's going by what Muslims go by. Very conservative Muslims, not modern day Muslims. And it's extremely conservative stuff.
Young men are turning around and acting on the advice that he gives them, doing the things he tells them to do. So Myron, I've almost doubled my following since we last talked. Am I popular enough to come on your show yet? Anytime, any place, my guy.
Oh God, I would love it so much. I would love it so much.
I'll be there.
I think this needs to be said. Most things that are supposed to be fun are not fun. Most parties suck. Most clubs are loud. We don't go to bars because they're fun. We go to bars because we don't know what else to do.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was my 20s, realizing that I did not like going to loud, crazy bars, but that's what everybody did. And so I'm going to disagree with him in that it sucks. It sucks for certain people. It sucks for guys that wear glasses like that. It sucks for people like me that would readily wear those glasses. But for like extroverted people, which is most of the population, yeah, they like that stuff. But there's a huge part of the population that it doesn't work for. But growing up, I was never told like, Anthony, you have options. You could go to loud, crazy sports bar where people are pumping their fists in New Jersey, or you could go to like an anime movie night. I didn't know that because I would have picked the anime movie night. Plus, the girls would be so much cuter at the anime movie night. Anyway.
In fact, most of these things, we add drugs to the equation just so they are fun. Most rich people do not
know
how to have fun. That's why they buy overpriced cars and go to overpriced hotels and eat at overpriced restaurants. You know.
See, this is why I can't do TikTok well, because like I can't just have great hot takes like looking at my phone, and like I'm just not good like that. I'm more conversational.
I have never eaten at a Michelin-starred restaurant that I enjoyed more than street food. If you're not having fun...
Now he's going a little too far. That was kind of a dumb take. I prefer like a hot dog over like the most amazing steak ever in the world. Shut up. That was dumb.
At these places, there's nothing wrong with you. Fun comes from friends, family, making friends, creating things together. It also comes from celebrating these things. You have to...
Well, yeah, I mean, like it comes from appreciating culture as well.
To learn how to have fun. Whenever you find yourself having true, real joy, true, real fun, I want you to look around and take stock of the situation, write it down, and start chasing that result of fun. There's nothing wrong with you if you don't have fun at a stupid high school or college.
So much of what I teach in terms of dating is like kind of based in this, is kind of taking a step back and going like, what are you doing? Like, what is your lifestyle? Do you like your lifestyle? Do you like the people in your lifestyle? Did you know that there are alternatives? Different people, different places, different things to do. Did you know that you could go do those things and meet people that you actually like, and have be in environments that you actually enjoy. And here's the biggest part. You ready for this one? I'm going to blow your fucking mind. That you actually feel confident going to, right? I went to bars, like loud sports bars, pumping your fists for years, and I was anxious as hell. I felt so fucking nervous. If I thought it was me being like, oh, I'm just not cool enough. No, it's literally just not, it does not fit my personality. Like if you threw like somebody that goes to that type of thing and you brought them to like some, like, I don't know, some like artsy fartsy hipster place, they would feel like a fish out of water. They would feel so uncomfortable. They would not, that just doesn't fit their personality. They would feel anxious. They would feel like the uncool person. When you find your place, you're going to feel so confident because you're in your place. You're where your personality suits you.
Which part of your...
But that restaurant thing, that was dumb. He shouldn't have kept that.
What the fuck? You're not our target demographic.
Boom! See, these TikToks, I wish I could fucking make TikToks, guys. If I knew how to make TikToks. Ugh. Exactly. So much of like advice on the internet, especially with dating, has to do with people thinking that like this rule applies to me, so it should apply to everyone as well. Everyone's different.
And I do this because I think it looks cool. I know you're into the type of dude who would sleep with your sister and then blame you for it somehow, but, you know, different strokes for different folks.
Oh my God.
Why is it that the dudes who always talk about masculinity and that men are becoming less masculine and this is going to lead to the downfall of Western civilization, always the least masculine people according to their own
yes
criteria? I'm talking about people like Jordan Peterson.
The West has lost faith in the idea of masculinity. And that's no different than
Then take off your fucking cardigan.
the death of God.
Jordan, you sound like Kermit the Frog and apple cider almost killed you. Boom roasted, you're not masked. Stephen Crowder.
We talk about toxic masculinity and we throw the baby out with the bathwater. We're throwing out everything that's created. Modern medicine.
Why does he have a gun on his desk? Is he ready to is this a place where he needs to shoot people? Maybe he feels intimidated in this environment.
Western civilization that has served, protected, and provided for women throughout centuries. Men want to do that. That's toxic masculinity.
Is Steven Crowder being accidentally based at the end of that clip? Also, on top of infantilizing women, why do you have a gun on your desk? That is the most obvious sign of compensation I've ever seen. And finally, Ben Shapiro.
The more confident you are in your masculinity, the more you can afford to be not masculine.
He's being sarcastic there, but that's unironically true. Also, it's Ben Shapiro. Do I really need to say why he's not masculine?
Yes. Thank you, woke beta king.
Do you think you're more smooth when it comes to flirting?
Yes. Absolutely. 100%. Yes. Okay.
Pete Davidson's what you would call a natural, where like he just grew up being naturally charming.
Absolutely. You're a better looking guy than I am, but I'm better talking. I can't. Yeah. And also, like, you look tougher, and like you're really sweet and stuff. You're always like, people are like, oh my God, he's actually like really sweet, you know, as opposed to like, you know, I could just, you know.
Yeah.
But we're a good duo for that, because I can be like, you know, that guy's actually really sweet, and they're like,
Yeah. Facts. That's 100.
I just wish Pete Davidson wasn't friends with Machine Gun Kelly. It kind of taints my liking for him.
That's 100.
All right, listen, when a girl asks what you do for a living, it's a 4-step process, okay? First, she's going to ask you what you do for a living. Second, you're going to tell her. Third, she's going to Google what you do for a living to see how much money you make every year. And then fourth, she's either going to move you down on the...
Who is he meeting? First of all, he's still in college. Who is he meeting? I'm sorry, but I just literally don't meet people like this ever. Ever, 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 ever. I don't know any women like this. Maybe it's the type of people that he likes. I'm pretty sure it's the type of people that he likes.
List or move you up on the list. Anyway.
Oh, he was good. That was a good ending, man. Next. Next video.
Here's 3 easy ways to make any woman go absolutely crazy over you. Step number 1 is remove all layers of attention. See, fellas, the one thing that women want more than anything is ultimately your approval. And the
Got it. So he's red pill.
second that they don't have your attention is the second that they pine for it even harder. The second is compliments.
So what he wants to do is emotionally manipulate women in order to get them to like him. Is that the only way for him to have women like him? Obviously, yes.
You see,
because he's oof.
Every time you verbally validate a woman, all she knows is that you really, 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 really like her. And the second that she knows you really, 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 really like.
So, man. All right. So what he just said, literally out of his fucking ugly face, is that if you give a compliment to somebody, that means that you really, 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 really like them. Is that true? So it's like, oh, I really like your sweatshirt. Get the fuck away from me. You really, 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 really like me? That's weird, you freak. Maybe Casey Xander, which is totally not your fucking name. You dumb fuck. Maybe, just maybe, there tends to be that when people compliment, they also are needy and they're looking for validation in their compliments, which is likely why you're giving this advice, because when you give compliments, you're not actually giving a selfless compliment. You're just hoping that that person likes you back. But maybe, just maybe, there's also a compliment where it's disconnected from neediness. And it's actually a compliment where you're just truly expressing your approval for a person. Maybe, right? Unless, wait a second, all compliments are not selfish compliments, are they? Can somebody tell me in the live chat? God, what a fucking loser. Casey Xander. Bro, your haircut's fucking 20 years old.
Is the second that she really, 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 really doesn't like you. The last thing that you have to do...
I can't even stand his face.
Do you guys hate swiping on Bumble and Tinder as much as I do? This is exactly how I outsource the entire dating process and how I'm no longer involved with that at all. I'm sorry if this hurts any feelings up front, but I think it's very valuable and it'll save you a ton of time. Step 1, go to upwork.com, post a free ad looking for a dating assistant. You can pause here and copy my ad exactly if you want. Step 2, pick a dating assistant. My girl's name is Rashonda Jones. She's out of Oakland, California. She's former law enforcement and she is a B. After you pick your person, give them the criteria, personality traits, physical attributes, location, anything that would be pertinent as to why they're swiping. They know exactly what you're looking for. Next step, you want to go to Trello.com. It's a free project management software that allows you to keep track of all your dates. Here are all my pending dates, dates scheduled, dates executed, hard no-goes, like the girl that did Coke at dinner, and then dates number 2. It's very important that your assistant keeps track of all the pictures of the profile and the conversation so you know exactly what's going on and you can go into the date prepared. The name of the game with this strategy is just quality. Here, you're going to have much fewer matches, but the people that you're going to talk to are much better fits for you, and it works for me.
So I agree and disagree with him. It all depends on if you're willing to feel like you are lying to the person that you're going on a date with. Now, for me, I know that the initial like texting phase when you just match with somebody means really nothing. It's just meant to show that you're not like a crazy person, that you're not like basically like a red-pilled piece of shit. And once once that's established, then the person just wants to go on a date, really. And because of that, like, I'm not completely against this, just because really all it is people just want to see that you're attractive on the internet. They want to see that your profile is cool and that kind of fits their lifestyle. Same as your photos. And then they go through the little, few chats before they go on a date. And the only thing that you're sacrificing is kind of lying and having somebody else chat for you, which is a little bit creepy and a little bit weird. But if perhaps you hired the person to tell your matches that this actually is a service, it's like, oh, I'm just like talking on behalf of him. He's, he thinks you're really cute. He'd love to go on a date with you. I think that would be a good idea. And actually, that would be a fun experiment to try to see if that actually works. I'm pretty sure that goes against the dating app's terms of service, which would probably be means for getting your account banned forever. But still, pretty good idea, because online dating is grueling if you don't know how to set up a good system. And basically what he's offering is that system, an extremely efficient system where you have zero part in it until the date or perhaps a phone call. Okay. Next viddy.
The most eye-opening thing I ever learned about men was from my college human sexuality class, where the professor told us that men don't actually like women. Not all men. Sure.
I agree. I'm not talking about, okay. I think she's exaggerating, but let's just say red-pilled men don't like women. They do not like women. But I'm going to let her explain.
But hang in. He said that the way that our society socializes boys to, quote, become men is not to tell them how to be men. It's just to teach them how to not be women. Don't cry, be a man. Don't be a pussy, be a man. Don't be weak, be a man. Don't be sensitive, be a man. Don't like those things. Those are girl things.
Yes.
And the tool we use to do that.
Exactly. So what society tells us to do, boys, is to dislike female attributes and to value male attributes. Even though that makes no sense. There's really no feminine or masculine. All people are really basically the same.
That kind of socializing to steer them away from feminine things is shame. And you just can't go your whole life being told that the worst thing you could do is be like a woman and expect to actually like women at the end of that. But they are also taught that their sexual attractiveness to women and their ability to get women is a status symbol in front of other men. So they will sexually pursue women, but they don't actually like them as people. This is how patriarchal masculinity socializes men, and why shame, violence, and disgust are so intricately linked.
I don't have to say anything. She said it perfectly.
Oh, you're thirsty? I think you need to learn to love the dryness of your own throat before you get any water. Oh, you're hungry? Well, I think the fact that you're uncomfortable with the growling contractions of your stomach proves that you're not really ready to eat anything.
These are really, really bad comparisons. Basically, what they're trying to say is the whole idea of you have to be happy and content on your own before you get into a relationship is stupid, bad advice. And I think her comparisons are stupid and bad.
Oh, you want shelter? Well, the cold never bothered me anyway. Learn to dance in the rain.
The difference of what we're talking about here is eating, if you don't eat, will kill you. If you are freezing out in the cold, you will die. But if you're not in a relationship, you're not going to die. It's not necessary for you. In fact, being in a monogamous relationship, being in any kind of serious relationship is a made-up human thing. It's not like it was biologically necessary for us, like eating food. Yeah. Like, this is the excuse I could give to, like, my parents when I was a kid if I wanted to stay up later. Oh, but I want to stay up and watch TV. And they go, no, you can't. And I go, well, if I was hungry, I would need food. I don't even know what I'm talking about right there. That was a bad comparison. She has bad comparisons and I have bad analogies. We both have bad analogies, but in the end, she's wrong.
Being tired is actually a sign that you're emotionally
If you don't sleep, you die.
not ready to go to sleep.
No, we shouldn't go sit with her. She should learn to be comfortable enough eating lunch by herself. That's how she'll know she's mature enough for friends. If she's not happy eating lunch all by herself in this giant cafeteria of other people eating lunch with other people, then she's not gonna be happy eating lunch with other people. I think.
Well, I mean, she's being sarcastic right there, but it's partly true. If I don't want to hang out with somebody that needs me to have fun. They're relying on me to have fun. That's me personally. I want to hang out with people. I want to spend time with people. I want to have friends with people that already are happy, that already have things going on. I'm very, very happy to be alone at a lunch table. I don't know, thinking about music or something like that. I'm very, very happy to do that.
You should wait until the pain goes.
Now, that being said, there's people that are happy to hang out with people that are not happy unless they are spending time with somebody. That's okay. That's just not me. I like spending time with people that come off as the independent people. That's how I am.
Away before you take one of these. You're clearly in a.
All right, we get it. And it's wrong. You're wrong.
I kind of want the men's opinion on this one. But also women, like, if you don't do this, why not? So I'm going to approach dating a little bit differently because I've noticed that all of the men that approach me, because every woman's always told, he's going to find you and whatever, it ain't working. I've noticed that a lot of the really good men, they're not going to be the ones to approach you when you're out because they're being respectful.
Boom. Okay. So, this happens a lot. And this is also why I think a lot of women will go like, all guys are dicks. Because the guys that kind of have that anxiety part of them missing to like kind of approach somebody that they find attractive are also the type of people that have that part of them missing where they're not also like considering people's feelings and stuff. Now, this is a lot to unpack. What I said is not completely true across the board. Obviously, there's a ton of great, really sweet, caring, kind people that are very confident to approach. However, stereotypes are, this stereotype, is partly true. Partly. So, I mean, I think there's merit to what she's saying right here. And basically what she's trying to say is, women, go fucking approach some people.
Because they don't want to come off as the creepy guy. But they're also just as fed up with dating apps as I am. So for someone who's actually looking for something real, sustainable, and like to get off on a good start, what would be the best?
I want, like, this is why when I talk, I want it to everybody. It's for all genders. I hate all of this conservative dating dynamics. I love approaching people, but I would love for somebody to approach me. I would love that. It would feel so good. It really, I've had to like kill that side of me where in my head I go, nobody's approaching me. Nobody ever approaches me. Nobody ever says hi to me. Once in a blue moon does it happen. I'm the one that has to go do that. Listen, I've become a soldier, and I've just taught myself that it's just not going to happen that people are going to approach me because I look interesting or I seem attractive to them. I have to be the one to do that. That's what I've been taught. And that's how culture is. That's how society is. I want to change that. Because one, it actually is so fun to meet new people. First of all, in the conversation course that I'm still working out with Skillshare, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to release privately. But I talk about how to get into the right headspace to make approaching a stranger like something that's really enjoyable and doesn't fill you with anxiety. And so it doesn't matter what gender you are. It's so important to approach people that you think are fun. Also, you got to take responsibility for your own relationships.
Way for a woman to approach you, and how would you actually feel about her doing so? And how would it change the initial dynamic of the relationship? Would you be willing to actually put in more effort in the beginning because she actually showed that she's interested?
When should a guy let you know that they're not looking for anything serious?
In my opinion, right away.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Don't mind me. I look greasy, but I have a point to make. So if you want to avoid this from happening, make sure you ask the guy first what he's looking for. And I'm going to tell you a story as to why.
Yes. So intentions in new relationships should be upfront immediately. Doesn't matter what gender you are. What are you looking for out of this? What are you looking for? What are you interested in this? Just ask that. Ask that to it as soon as you meet somebody, right? If you guys are texting, you guys matched on a whatever dating app, and you guys brought it to text, what are you interested in this? What are your intentions? And you could even say, like, don't worry, like, I won't judge whatsoever. It's actually better if you tell me the truth so I could know, how to be with you. If you say that, doesn't matter what gender you are going to get to the relationships that you want much more quickly. And you're going to avoid a shitload of pain when your intentions that were secret and the other person's intentions that were just going along with what was expected in society were different. And then it ends up really badly, which has happened to me in the past. If you do not express your intentions or ask or get that clear, the expectations for the relationship that you guys are going on is that it is moving towards a serious monogamous relationship. That is the expectation if you are not clear otherwise. But you should still just express your intentions, even if those are your intentions.
Okay, so I used to get on dating apps because I was bored and quickly found out that indeed men are boring. So tell me why I asked this guy what he's looking for, because I asked people straight away what they want. And he told me he wanted a serious relationship and he wanted to be with someone and, to have a future. Yeah. So I told him, I don't think we're going to be a good match because I'm not looking for any of that. I don't want anything at all. Nothing serious. Don't want anything that's not for me. And what he said next was absolutely hilarious, but I'm going too long. Part 2.
No part 2.
I just flew back from New York to LA, and I feel like I am a messenger from the future. New York was crazy. COVID lines wrapping around.
Oh. I believe it was something like...
I'm vaccinated. I'm boosted.
There's a tiger. Who's gonna make her feel safer? The nice guy? Oh, I don't want to hurt the tiger's feelings.
This is just the best shit because there's no fucking tigers in society. You literally have to go to a fucking zoo to find a tiger.
If there was a tiger, now there's a tiger.
Now there's a tiger.
Be like that, baby boy. Sometimes you want a little chubby, funny dude. Little short motherfucker too. Bang! Give me a goddamn cheeseburger.
Honestly, it's true. There's a lot of hot women that just want a short dad bod dude. Don't believe me if you don't want to. Don't believe me. I've been coaching for fucking 15 plus years. Don't believe me if you don't want to.
If you got to do anything outside of being yourself to get somebody to like you, then they don't like you. It's really...
Thank you. That's all there is to it. Not actually. There's something called social skills. So what I used to get confused about was personality versus social skills. People said, be yourself, just be yourself, just be yourself. And I would just be myself outside of the rules of social skills. This is why I'm so big on teaching social skills, because I had no social skills. And once I realized that I could improve my social skills, that's when I became obsessed with figuring it out. Right? And I realized that it wasn't people disliking my weird ass personality, because I have a weird ass personality. It was the fact that people disliked my social skills because I did not have good social skills. Once I grew my social skills, which by the way, I'm releasing in a course, if not on Skillshare, going to be privately on my own website, that teaches all of these social skills I know, or like 90% of them. Once I learned my social skills, it was game over. I mean, I knew what I was doing. I was successful in relationships, whether it was dating, business, friendships. Yeah. You should never compromise who you are. If you're ever acting, if you're ever putting on a costume, you could do that when you're in like high school and maybe college. But once you're out of that, and the reason why you're doing that is not because it's good to act like different people, but because you are trying different values, right? You're trying different values and different lifestyle choices. But definitely after college, you should already have found yourself and know who you are, and never, ever act any differently than who you are. That is different than social skills. That's like saying, like, here, I don't know if this analogy is right either, but I'm going to see if it works. And let's just take the journey together. If you're like a really shitty cook, but like with really, really bad technique, but your ideas for plates are really amazing. Like your taste in food and what you want to create is really amazing. But like you splash the soup all like on a plate and it just doesn't, the person is like trying to eat soup on a plate and you give them a fork instead of a spoon. See, it's working. The analogy is working. And then they have to like fork in soup into their mouth off of a plate. They're not going to enjoy that food. They're not going to enjoy the soup. There, boom, analogy.
That simple.
I think I'm just starting to realize that guys just have it wrong. You know, like they're all like, gym, strong, get girl. No. I made a TikTok that I had too much yarn in my room, and everyone's like, green flag, want to take him home to mom.
Did he say he had too much urine in his room? Yes. Oh. But listen, if I wasn't a coach, I would love that the red pill pickup artist alpha community was out. And why? Can anybody guess why? Because it would be better for me. My chances would be better because there would be more guys that would be acting like idiots to women. And then when they interacted with me, it would be like a breath of fresh air for them. But that's not my purpose in life. My purpose in life is to help people have better relationships. And so it's super frustrating to see all of this red pill, pickup artist, whatever bullshit, alpha talk, because I know it's not true and I know it's hurting so many people. Every person.
All right, Mr. Bezos, another round of mimosas.
I don't even think this is dating, but let's just watch it anyway because that guy's face is It's already makes me want to laugh.
Hell yes.
Okay.
Why is it okay for women to say, oh, you're 5 feet on dating sites? You should be dead? That's okay?
Who literally said you should be dead because he's 5 feet?
Who said that to you here? Nobody.
Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up?
I do think he's making it up, but I'd love to see it. I mean, I would feel really bad for him, and I understand his rage about it. I don't believe him, though.
Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip.
Does he?
Shut your mouth. You're not God or my father or my boss. Dude, you want to step outside? You want to...
You know, honestly, like, I just feel bad for this guy. I know he's acting like a complete jabroni, but I do feel bad for him.
Somebody recently just asked me, how do you hook up? How do you initiate a hookup without seeming like an asshole? And I'm here to help all of you with that problem. Solution? However you look at it, it was a problem for me. Kind of out of the game, kind of just looking for like a real relationship. It's been a long year. It's been a busy year. Anyways, here's the strat. Find a girl on a dating app, okay? Look for piercings, tattoos, obvious signs of trauma. Hit her up, make a plan to do something, but don't plan to hook up with her. That should not be part of your plan. Do that thing, then go back to either her place or your place, and still, it's not part of your plan. You don't want to hook up with her. That's not what you want to do. You're just getting to know her, and you're just listening to her. And then eventually, she'll just throw herself at you, whether you want it or not, and boom, hook up. If you like her enough and she likes you enough, you can continue doing that until one of you retracts and hurts the other person. There you go.
All right, I would say two things. One, what the fuck does having trauma have to do with this? That was really fucked up. Don't say shit like that. You're a fucking idiot, Merrick. Number two, he has likely the social skills where he's able to flirt and where he's able to give those positive signs. There's going to be a lot of people that don't know how to do that, and they do end up in the friend zone. It's important to express some sort of attraction in order to give people, like women, the green light to feel confident enough to make a move. There's also that concept of pinging where people are giving these micro advances to each other where they're eventually getting closer and closer and closer until they do hook up. But there's a lot of people that are so anxious and insecure about the situation that they won't even do that type of stuff. This guy obviously has the social skills and the ability to do that. But if we take away those parts of it, he's right. Yeah.
It's a problem for me. Kind of out of the game, kind of just looking for...
He is kind of cringy.
Where are the low value men? Like, what are all the low value men up to during these trying times? Because the high value men, I know they're around. They won't shut the fuck up. Low value men, I have not heard a word out of. I'm starting to think I'm on their side. I think I want one of those.
Yeah.
I want a low value man. They don't make podcasts. I haven't seen one low value man make a podcast.
Yes.
Do they not know how to use microphones? Maybe that's a good thing.
I don't even like having a podcast. I feel like I'm too important. It shouldn't be happening. The only reason I want to have a podcast is because I could hopefully help some people and hang out with you guys.
That's hot. All right. I've never seen a man use a microphone for good. Might as well just not even know how to operate one. You know what I mean? They have to have hair. They have to. Somebody has to be keeping these goddamn barbers in business. And we all know it's not. Yeah. So low value men, I'm on your side. And just like justice for the low value men. I'm an advocate for the low.
Betas for life, baby.
And when females cheat, their heart is in it. And that shit hurts. They don't even realize. It's all emotions. It's all tied together. But when a man cheats, listen to me, okay? Listen to this part. When a man cheats, it's just physical. Right? Right. And you can't even disagree with me on this. It's only physical. There's no, your heart isn't in it. There's no emotion attached. It's literally just a hole. And those females out here don't get it. Like, they be whining, oh, it's a double standard. Yeah, and it should be that way. Because with you, it's emotion. With me, it's not.
Here's the part about this is like, she did not get sarcastic enough. So she literally just said what red pill people say. She didn't get she very well could have just been reading a transcript of a red pill podcast. Like, it needs to be more ridiculous to get people to get like red pill people to actually go, oh yeah, that is kind of weird. No, she literally just basically read the transcript of like what Myron Gaines says every day. And I don't know where he gets these rules from. Like, I would happily believe him if he could pull out some like peer-reviewed studies that say this. But he literally just made it up, or he read some other stupid red pill fuckface. What? I just want to know, like, just because you believe it, why does that mean it's facts and logic?
I'm going to show you exactly how to get out of the friend zone in one view. And this is so important, bro. So please, for God's sakes, for your family, for your mom, for your dad, watch this whole video. Here's what you have to understand. Men want sex. Women want attention. And if one of these two things is given...
Do I need to even go further? I'm just going to skip, man. Come on.
You know what's really funny is the dynamic between straight men and straight women. We fucking hate each other. Like, why are we trying to make this work?
I don't know. I love women. I would rather spend time with women than men. But for all the other guys, I don't know. I don't know why they... Power. I forgot. Power, sorry. They need someone physically weaker to have power over, to feel strong. Amongst other men. That's it. I don't understand. Okay, next video.
If a guy is really good in bed, he's not a player, he's probably been in a very serious long-term relationship and took the time to respect and get to know his partner's body. Actual players aren't good in bed. They are good at subpar missionary, and even that's a stretch.
See, I guess I'm not qualified to agree or disagree with her, but women in the chat, let me know.
Yeah, but when are we gonna see insanely hot men with average-looking women?
Been doing this, bro.
What?
Oh. Oh my God.
Important to remember that women, in order to get fully aroused, take 20 to 40 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's not true. Completely. Unless they're getting aroused before like even any intimacy happens, then I guess it is true.
This is getting too hard for me. And I'm Googling how to be gay, and it sounds a lot easier. So I'm going to do that.
Well, she's exaggerating. Yeah, what up? That's right. That's right. Betas for life, baby.
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like, and there ain't a fucking thing you can do about it.
I love that, man.
And so listen, you know I'm a high value man, right?
Right.
And so I say to her, Mickey Mouse isn't an American citizen.
Yeah.
So why would you think it's okay to bring hot Cheetos to an Arkansas?
Oh, they're gonna hate you for this one, man. Now they're gonna hate you for this one.
A lot of dudes, a lot of men are willing to say this.
Right.
But if I ask you as my girl to do an Australian accent in bed, and you start sounding Irish,
yeah,
that's a negative point for feminism.
That's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm gonna keep it real because I'm a real ass dude, right? I don't think that women should be eating appetizers while the sun is still out. You get what I'm saying? Because like you have kids, right?
Yeah, I don't see them much anymore though.
Oh my god, I wish I was this fucking smart to make TikToks like this. These are fucking genius.
If you want to mindfuck a girl for no reason, text her and say, "This song makes me think of you." And then she replies back, "What song?" Don't say anything back, just keep her on red. Stay toxic, fellas.
I have a feeling that guy's being satirical and not actually a toxic male. I think that's just kind of like a funny joke. You don't have to be serious when you do that. I would do that as a joke.
Don't listen to people trying to tell you that you need to change, that you need to better yourself, because you don't. If someone likes you, they're gonna like everything about you. They're gonna like how you don't communicate.
I have a feeling the reason why this guy kind of is going viral on TikTok is not because of what he says, but because he has the most pleasant voice ever. I just love listening to it.
Your feelings, or how you don't have any skills to cope with stress in a healthy way, or how you don't really plan ahead for your future, so you don't have any savings or any emergency funds in case something happens. They're gonna love that. They should love that about you, and they should support you for that. So don't change.
Ugh, it's like, his voice is like butter. I just want to hear him talk to me all the time. He's like half joking, and you should take that half seriously. Of course, somebody wants like somebody that has their life together, right? Because that's purpose. If you're not doing anything to benefit your life, you're not doing anything to bring value to others as well. And so you just don't have any purpose. And purpose is an attractive thing. Or at least what I've found throughout my life and all my experiences and all my research. Yeah. Next, we got 3 more.
Half of men in the world are under 5'7" or 5'8", and these girls are like 5'2". They do not need to date somebody who's over 6 feet.
Here, let's start it again.
Half of men in the world are under 5'7" or 5'8", and these girls are like 5'2". They do not need to date somebody who's over 6 feet.
It's true. That's my red pill. That's my other red pill for the night. But it's not red pill. It's beta. I truly do not think women are built like biologically attracted to taller men. I truly don't. I just think that's a societal thing. And I think that is even more true than the whole weight thing for men not being attracted to like obese women. I do also believe that's a societal thing, but it comes to a point where if you are like if you are just spitting in the face of your health and treating your body like absolute shit, that's just not attractive. However, being overweight and people saying like, oh, I'm not attracted to fat women, that's societal. But I think that's more of a gray area than the short and tall thing. I truly think that is completely taught. Yeah.
If you eat this, you are probably fat, unhealthy, depressed, and hate your life.
Genuinely, I am not, because watch this. This is me lifting up my eyebrows. And this is my hairline. You have the opposite.
If you eat this, you are probably fat, unhealthy, depressed, and hate your life.
Genuinely, I am not. Because watch this. This is me.
Oh, he's funny. He's funny. He's a funny boy. Last TikTok. Let's see if it's a good one.
Go off. Go off. We stand an independent queen. Like, we do, though. We really do. You're brave. Okay? Braver than me, at least. Should we just go back to my house and binge watch all of Doja Cat's TikToks? Like, wouldn't that just be, like, so funny?
All right, guys. That was fun. I have such little time. Shit. Caleb and Kat, I see you guys are in the Zoom, and I really want to talk to you guys, but I literally can't. I really have to go. Shit. Let's do Friday. I promise Friday, we're going to do all the Zoom type of stuff. I'm going to answer questions. We'll do textual healing to all textual healing customers. We'll do mock dates. We'll do dating stories. We'll do every possible thing I could do to interact with you guys because I really want to. That being said, by the way, if you're not a member of the beta family, y'all, the beta army, y'all, you now can become a member. Right below this video, there's a button probably called join. If that's not there, then click on the beta's channel and there likely will be a button to join. It's $5 a month. I will only get paid $3 of that, but it still will support the channel and it will pay for an employee, a producer, a better studio, all of these nice things that go with good podcasts, not just some douchebag sitting in his apartment working this all by himself. It will also put forth capital to doing first date videos. If anybody likes first date and you don't see any first date episodes, it's because I can't put out first date videos. I literally doesn't fit in my time because it does not build the business. I wish I could. First date is literally my favorite thing. But you would be supporting the channel. You also get a lot of benefits. For instance, if this Skillshare class that I'm trying to release on the Skillshare, but they took it down, once I probably release it privately, you're going to get a 10% discount on that class. You also will get an early bird release where members, beta family members, will get the class first before anybody else. You get to put out dope ass emojis like Ben did, if you look above, like Daniela does all the time, like Kat does. And also you get a cute little heart next to your name to prove that you are truly a beta. And as time moves on, your heart will grow more and more and more to prove how beta you truly are. I miss all you guys. I thank you for being here. Once again, I say it a million times. You make this show happen. Without you, I can't do this. Yeah. I love doing this podcast so much. It's really fun to interact with you guys and hopefully help you out. All right. I'm going to have time to read the chat real quick. So that's what I'm going to do and then get out of here. Let's see what we got going. Oh, wait, I'm looking at the wrong chat. This is the chat from the last stream. Hold on one second. Hold on, babies. I promise. Hold on. It's coming. Where is it? Is this it? This is it. Got it. Okay. All right. So let's see some of the fun comments before I get out of here. Kat says, it definitely does take time for a woman to get aroused. The amount of time it takes is definitely depends on the situation, what the other person is doing. So basically, man, I really got to go. I don't want to get into it so much, but I think it's just how we were raised in one place. I do think it's partly biological too, but if two people are interacting in the right way, then the time that they actually start hooking up and having sex, the woman typically will be aroused by that time. Okay. So Daniela and Lore says, very true. I'm barely 5 foot on a good day, so 6 feet could be nice to look at, but sometimes too tall. Laura says, as a woman who is 5'2", I could certainly say that it is a societal thing, not a personal thing. Kat says, I have a dating story for next time. Yeah! I can't wait. Let's see what else. Oh, Matthias says, in bed listening. Oh, Matthias, you're my boy. Okay, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Sorry about I got started late and then the stream weirdly just ended. Maybe I hit end stream accidentally or something. I don't know why that happened, but I'm glad you guys are here. Yeah, I was really, 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 really hoping for this conversation course to be ready for you guys today so you could have it and you could get this course for free, basically just getting the trial of Skillshare. But Skillshare had other plans, and I'm super fucking pissed at them. And I shouldn't be saying that because they sponsored my last video, and I still have more sponsored videos to go with them. But I'm fucking pissed. It's really fucking annoying that... Oh, God. If you saw my Instagram today and you saw, what I was saying, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's so fucking annoying. Justin, if you're here watching this, there's so many reactions of TikToks that you can make. Just pick your favorite ones that you think I drop the best takes on, and then turn them into shorts, and then we'll also throw them into TikTok and see if perhaps maybe I could grow on TikTok, because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing on there, because I have like a fraction of the talent that these people on TikTok have. I'm more conversational. I like talking to people. Okay, guys. I love you. I will see you on Thursday.